Okay, today I am going to read Mr. George Baker. Mr. George Baker proves that it is never too late to learn how to read. See this man? This one here, sitting on this porch. That's Mr. George Baker, and he's 100 years old. No kidding. Hurry up. Hurry up, Mr. Harry in charge. That's George, all snappy and happy in the morning. He always calls, "Hurry up, Harry," when I'm crossing lawns, his and mine, and he's always there first, waiting on the porch. See his pants, all baggy, baggy, baggy. What holds them up? Suspenders. Brown baggy pants with 2 side pockets and 2 in back. There's candy in those pockets. Little chocolate candies and twisty silver wrappers. George pops one in his mouth, and I do too. We wait on the porch and chew. I like his crumpled hat and his long, stretchy legs. His shoes are crumpled too, with long shoelaces. Mine always come undone in the morning. "Let's have a look," says George, making 2 double knots that never come undone. Not ever. See this man, this one here, zipping up his book bag. His book bag is red like mine, and there's a book inside. But George can't read. 100 years old, and he never learned how. "That must be corrected," says George. I really like his sweater. All hangy with 3 buttons. It's chilly in the morning, and we both hug our knees and wait. We wait, watching leaves blow off trees. They fly for a while. They float. They tumble for a while. They swoop. Now the screen door creaks, and you know who teeters out. Mrs. Baker. And some people say she's 90. Well, here you are, Harry, looking after my George. Miss Baker puts a sack on the step beside George, and there's lunch in the sack for later. "For the man I love," says Mrs. Baker. "Why, Mrs. B, you flatter me." George gets up all crookedy and slow, and the next thing you know, they're dancing. Then Mrs. Baker gives a wave and a wink. "Goodbye," she says. "Be good," she says, and goes back in the house with the purple shutters. George Baker and me, George Baker and I, we sit on that step and wait. Side by side, we wait. See these crookedy fingers going tabbity on his knees? They fly across his knees. Tabbity boom, tabbity boom, tabbity boom, boom, tap. George Baker is a drummer man, and some people say he's famous. Sometimes he drums on his porch at night, and the neighbors come by. Up and road and down the road, they come to hear my drummer man. Shh, listen. George gets up real slow. I take his hand, and he takes mine, and we shuffle down the walk to the big school bus. "Morning," says the driver. "We've been waiting," says George. There are 22 kids on the bus, plus 4 grown-ups on the bus. They all want George. "Over here," they cry. "Sit here," they say. But George sits with me each and every day. See this man, this one in room 7. That's Mr. George Baker, and he's 100 years old. No kidding. He's learning to read with the grown-ups in room 7, and my room is right down the hall. I'm learning too, and it's hard. "We can do it," says George after school. Our books are green, and his lips sound out the letters real slow. But his fingers fly across his knees like a big old drum. Tabbity boom, tabbity boom, tabbity boom, boom, tap. Learning to read can be hard for us sometimes. Learning to read can be hard for all of us. But we're never too old to try, and we're never too old to learn something brand new that's fun forever.